So the first thing we want to do if we're having a simple practice routine is to warm up our spins a little bit. One of my favorite drills for spins is something that I call a 3/4 drill. For a 3/4 drill, I'm going to be about 15 feet away from my catcher, and I'm going to set up with my arms out by my shoulders. This is about 3/4 of the way around my full arm circle. For this, I want the ball and my glove to be at the same height for a start point. I want there to be a slight bend in my throwing arm so that I'm not straight. One way that I put it is that I want my back arm, when I whip through, to be a wet noodle, not a dry noodle when I come through with my snap. And so I have a good chance of having a whip and a wet noodle if I go ahead and already start with a bent arm. I'm gonna point my glove at my catcher, and I want this to be my start point every time. Not up here. I want to pay attention to detail and go from this position. Now let's talk about my lower half. I don't want to stand here with straight legs and my heels on the ground. There is not one time when I'm pitching that my heels are actually going to be on the ground except for at the end when I push down my front foot. But when I start this drill, I want to be on the balls of my feet, my back foot, my toes are going to be in with my heel up, and that is going to get my knee underneath my hip. So that when I start, shoulder, hip, and knee are all in alignment every single time. From here, I'm going to take a step, drag, and throw. I don't want to try to throw this 100 miles an hour. I'm about 10 or 15 feet away, so that way I can really think and put an emphasis on my snap and on my spin on the back of my hip. So notice when I finish, my back knee is coming to my front knee, and I'm ending balanced and firm at the end. I'm not falling over. If I want to put even more emphasis on spin, I can keep my hand really a lot tighter to my back hip and closer to my body, and that's going to put more emphasis on this part right here of my fingertips. A good method to do, what kind of number to do, is about 10 to 15 of each of your pitches. Now that means 10 to 15 good, solid ones that you feel great about before you move on.